Over the next series of videos, we'll be looking at OpenVAS, a network vulnerability tester. This allows us to evaluate machines on our network to see if they're vulnerable to exploits by other software such as Metasploit and other types of software that may compromise machines. OpenVAS is already installed on Kali, but you need to get it configured and updated for it to work correctly. And there are a bunch of steps you need to go through to make that happen. Now, there is a utility that we can use. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. There is a utility that we can use, OpenVAS Setup, walk us through the process of getting OpenVAS set up. Basically, every time you run this, then you have to go back and run the check setup to see if anything is missing. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, since we already have OpenVAS installed and OpenVAS's website has some documentation, we can use that to help us get our system set up. So I have OpenVAS here, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go back, show you exactly where I am. So basically I start out here on the home page. I click the download section. Then I go over to the binary packages. There is a virtual appliance. I haven't looked at it yet, but that seems like it would be an interesting avenue to take. But we want to get it working properly on Kali. So we go to the binary packages. If you want source, you can come over here. I'll click on that. And if I click on this, I have various setup guides for the different distributions. And since Kali is Debian based, we're going to follow the Debian instructions. Now, the top part from here down, we really don't have to worry about because we already have OpenVAS installed and the necessary secondary software. What we want to do is run through this part right here where it talks about a quick start OpenVAS. And what's nice about this, we can take this, I'm going to move it over here now. And what we'll do is cut and paste whatever we think we'll need starting from the first line. All right, so what we'll do is first we'll come over here and we'll just go through a couple of these lines. Matter of fact, let me open this up. So the first thing it's going to do here, this first line that we see right here, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. The first line is basically checking for a CA certificate, and if it doesn't find one, it's going to generate it. The next line is actually syncing the network vulnerability test, and there are just thousands of these possible tests that can be run against computers. And so that can take quite a long time. Many times during this video lecture, I will pause during the actual install or update of the different items. So here we have the next step will be it will check for the client certificate, and if it doesn't find it, it will make it. Then it's going to stop the different daemons that are some of the different daemons, and there are a few daemons that make up OpenVAS. It is not a monolithic piece of software. There's many little parts to it, as you'll see. So what we'll be doing here is stopping the manager and the scanner. The scanner is what actually scans the network, and then we're going to go through and rebuild basically the NVT database that's there, and then we'll make sure that things are synced with that. And then we'll have to test to see if there's a user. We do need a user account. You can have non-privileged user accounts also. We'll look at that later on, but we do need an admin account, and this is not the same as your root account in Kali, so it's a different setup here. And then we'll stop OpenVAS and start it up again. So in the next video, I'll actually walk through these steps with you.